Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. I remember a game on the PS1 called Nightmare Creatures, and I thought I'd dive in and give this a try. I never played it back in the day. This is the PlayStation version, guys. It did also release on Nintendo 64 and on PC, but yeah, this is the PS1 version. Let's jump in here. The reason I've wanted to play this for quite some time is it's supposed to be very Bloodborne-esque, and I'll be the judge of that. Like, here we go. So it's got that survival horror element. Well, it is a survival horror. Yeah, okay. And it's set in that kind of gothic London environment, which is very Bloodborne. So, was Bloodborne influenced by this game? This was supposed to be... Well, it had bad reviews on... or mixed reviews, rather, on the Nintendo 64 and PC. On PlayStation, it was supposed to be pretty good. Although, again, I think GameSpot reviewed this and gave it a 5 out of 10 on PlayStation, so I'm not even going to say you either love it or hate it. There's all kinds of opinions when it comes to Nightmare Creatures. But here we go anyway. I'm playing using the DualShock 4, the PlayStation 4 controller via emulator. I don't like the camera. You use the D-pad to move. Obviously, the original PlayStation only had the D-pad. It didn't have sticks, did it, on the DualShock originally? So that makes sense. But yeah, I find the camera a bit strange. But yeah, I can see the Bloodborne comparisons. Big time. But yeah, let's give this a few minutes before I tell you what I think. Whoa. Very, very Bloodborne, kind of werewolf kind of creature. But I dealt with him. The attacks, you got two kind of attacks. By the looks of things, there's a jump button in there. And look at that, the way he gets his pistol out, man. Right, okay, Bloodborne was definitely influenced by this. Now, this might be obvious to a lot of people. I never realised, guys. I never realised that Bloodborne was actually influenced by this game. It must have been. And it's probably mentioned all over the internet. But I didn't really want to spoil it for myself by reading anything about this game before playing this today. But yeah, this is... It's crazy, actually, how much Bloodborne... I mean, Bloodborne's a far, far better game. Bloodborne is actually one of my favourite games of all time. It's definitely my favourite PS4 exclusive. And the combat is tighter and more refined in Bloodborne. Sorry guys, I'm just getting used to the controls here. I'm trying to... So that's the map of Chelsea. I believe we're in Chelsea in London. And Bloodborne is like a gothic horror game, if you haven't played it, guys. It's by the makers of the Dark Souls games, From Software. And this, I'm going to say it again, this has definitely influenced Bloodborne. I'm going to read up on Bloodborne tonight and find out how much the developers took influence from Nightmare Creatures. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, the other versions of this aren't supposed to be very good. The N64 version is supposed to be the worst, and the PlayStation version is supposed to be the best. I don't mind this game, actually, from what I've played so far. I like the environment, again, because it feels like that gothic London sort of feeling. The music's good, I like the music. It's quite tense. It's definitely atmospheric. I don't like the camera. I don't like how the character moves. Bloodborne is far more playable than this. I mean, obviously, it's a far newer game on newer technology. But yeah, The main issue with this game, from what I remember, now like I say, I didn't play this back in the day. I knew a kid at school, no, sorry, a guy in college actually, who had this game. And he said it was okay, but it was repetitive. And I never got round to borrowing it from him. And I can see why he said that. Actually, I could see this getting repetitive. Because there's not, like, any combinations you can do. From what I can gather. How do you toggle... my energy's pretty low. But how do you toggle items? Because I've picked up the pistol ammunition. But I've also picked up like this orb thing. How do I toggle to that? That's it, take that. It's easier than Bloodborne. Like Bloodborne straight from the start is ridiculously difficult. When you don't know what you're doing. Bloodborne, when you know what you're doing, like when you revisit the game, once you've completed it and that kind of thing, and you get used to the mechanics of the Souls games, it's not as difficult as some people make out. But yeah, this is just like you can button mash. Bloodborne, you have to kind of plan your attacks and be a little bit more patient. Right, okay. So we can do these dash kind of maneuvers with the shoulder buttons. Right, what does that heart... Oh, I've wasted a bullet! What does that heart mean? Is that my lives? Okay. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't include this in the bad video game series. I thought about it, but I knew I'd kind of like this game. Some people will be like, yeah, this could be in the bad video game series. Oh, I've completed the first stage. There we go. So I killed 47% of the monsters, collected 44% of the items. So it's cool that it gives you the stats at the end. But yeah, this is okay. This is decent, guys. I just wanted to see what it was all about. Okay, that didn't take him down. And that did. Okay, so now I've got the orbs, as you can see down the bottom right. But I want to know how to actually toggle the items before you run out. If that makes any sense. What do the orbs do? Is it energy? But yeah, this is atmospheric. The level design is very, very early Bloodborne. This is crazy. And... okay. I just wonder what this stream here was about from the drains. It's just a bit of a red herring, I think. Okay, I need to open this gate, don't I? Oh man, there's a button up there. Yeah, you can't open doors, guys. When not from what I can gather. There you go. We've opened. Press the button, and Mr. Beast will come through the door. But yeah, I mean the combat, like I say, it's pretty straightforward. It's like mash the button. I don't know if it gets a bit more advanced and deeper than that later in the game. Maybe it does, but and the camera, yeah, the camera. If I was to play this all the way through, the camera would really get to me after a few hours. Okay, let's see what's in here. I mean, even smashing up the crates and that kind of thing is you do that in Bloodborne and in the Souls games. It might be pure coincidence, guys. I mean, the developer of Bloodborne might not even know about this game and just wanted to design a video game with the Souls mechanics in a gothic London. It might be pure coincidence, I don't know. But this is super interesting to me because I'm a bit of a Souls-born addict. Okay, that's you dealt with. But yeah, this is interesting, guys. I'm glad I featured this on the channel. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a while. And it's hard to say if it's really good or really bad. This would be difficult for me to review. It's okay. It's a decent game, and I'm glad I've played it. It's not as bad as some people make out. That's just my opinion. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for joining me. Please hit me up a like. Please let me know if you've played this game and what you thought of it back in the day. Have an awesome rest of the weekend there, guys, if it's still the weekend when you're watching this. And I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.